Hello, my name is Cesar Garcia and I'm a biomedical engineering student from Universidad de las Américas Puebla. Today I'm going to introduce you my summer research project, that is the decrease of the right ventricle wall tension after 3 months of intravenous prostacyclin therapy in patients with pulmonary arterial hypertension. Over 2 months I was working in the University of Arizona in Tucson. I was working with Dr. Vanderpool. She has his PhD in biomedical engineering. Um, the main description of the project is to prove the success of a therapy to treat the pulmonary hypertension through modern methods that can ensure the decrease of this disease. During this process, we use a different type of software like MATLAB, RStudio, Excel, and others. First, to make the process and then to make the analysis of the statics data that we get from the process for processing the MRIs images that we use. The objectives of this project are to review the segmentation of the MRI of the heart ventricles made in MATLAB and making the corresponding changes to improve the 3D model in the same software code. What I want to mean about this is that first of all, I have to double check the segmentation that an algorithm that was developing in the lab done with the images getting from the MRIs. So after I can check these images and see that is everything alright, I can proceed to the next step, that is to analyze the data obtained from the patients in RStudio, developing a critical thinking in the interpretation of the results and create a MATLAB code for future work that can analyze the curve theory in the RV. What does this mean? I want to mean with this that after I get the correct data from the images, I'm gonna making a statistical analysis of the data in RStudio to get the results and make the interpretation of these ones. With these results, I can see what is the behavior of the patients with the therapy. The goals of this project is to make a successfully changes in the MRIs based on my knowledge of the cardiovascular cycle and learn how to work with the research group and acquire more knowledge about the use of MATLAB and R, as well of knowledge in other fields of the science. This goal is more focused on to learn how is the group is working and how they make their research and how develop their different kind of materials like papers or abstracts or something like that. That is something that you don't learn like in the school, something that you have to acquire with the expertise of the work. Another thing that I would like to talk is about my contribution to the project. This is the things that I made when I was enrolled in this project. During my time in the lab, I have been helping with the segmentation of the right ventricle MRIs, also doing the statistics analysis of the data and proving a new theory in this process. How we can see in the presentation, there are like two different kind of images. One is for the statistical analysis in R. That is one thing that I have been made after the segmentation or the analysis of the traces in the MRI images. This analysis was to see and make a feedback about what is happening in the patients after these 3 months of being in the treatment that we are working with. So this is very helpful for us because show us what is the behavior and what is happening in this with these patients. So this is one of the things that I made for the lab for Dr. Rebecca, and also is the proving, and the other thing that I was doing is the proving a new theory that she told me, that is about the curvature of the septum of the ventricles, that says that with the curvature that makes the right ventricle to the left, we can measure the severity of the hypertension in the patient. What we want to see with this new theory is to compare with the first one that we already know that is working and show us the behavior of this patient when they are in the treatment. And that's basically what I have been doing during my time here.